Alright, let's practice with rectangles. In this problem, we have ABCD is a rectangle, as you can see on the right here, and it has all those given sides and measures. So what we're going to do is look at the rectangle and mark down everything we know about a rectangle, about any rectangle in general. So we're looking for properties. So if I'm looking here at AD, I know that AD is going to be congruent with BC. And the reason why I know that is because opposite sides are congruent, which means AB is also congruent with DC. I know that they are congruent because opposite sides are congruent. Now, the other thing that we know about a rectangle is that diagonal bisect each other and they are congruent. So that means all of those four segments are going to be congruent. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and look at what our problem is here. So it says that we need to find x. Well, I have to figure out, first of all, where is x located? If I'm looking here, I know that BE is congruent with AE, and they both have x's in it. So what I'm going to do, if they're congruent, as the mark says, that all I have to do is write them out. So I go x plus 20 has to equal 6x. Now, when I do that, I have to get rid of the x. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides. That's going to give me 20x has to equal 5x because 6x minus x is 5x. I'm going to have to divide by 5 both sides in order for me to solve for x. So I have an x of 4. Now, this is only the A part of the problem. I actually have to find the y, the b, and the bd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on y. Now, if I'm looking at my picture, y is located here. And if I look at further, I know that this side DC is actually congruent with AB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my equation by saying that 8y minus 8 has to equal 40. And the reason why it has to equal is one of the properties of a rectangle. So I'm going to add 8 on both sides. That's going to give me 8y has to equal 48. And when I divide by 8, I'm going to get a y of 6. This is my answer for the second part of my problem. Alright, moving forward, C says that I need to find the value of b. Now I'm looking at my picture, B is located over here. Now I also know that BC is congruent with AD. So I'm going to go forward and I said 2B has to equal 30, which gives me a B value of 15 because when I divide 30 by 2, I get an answer of 15. So that's going to be the B value. Now the last question is that I need to figure out what BD is. Well, BD is the entire diagonal. Well, I already know x for sure, so all I have to do is plug it in and double it. So let's do that. X is 4, so I'm going to go 4 plus 20 equals 24. So this means this part over here is 24. Well, if this is 24, all of those are 24, so that means this one is also 24. So how much is BD altogether? BD equals 24 plus another 24 has to equal 48. So that's going to be the value of BD. I found A, B, C, and D as well. I'm done with the problem. All right, let's move along and find a second problem. Oh, I don't have a second problem.